In this video, we will review how to create virtual cards in Divvy. Another type of card in this system are virtual cards. There are a couple ways to see virtual cards in Divvy. The first way is under Budgets. Here we are going to click on the My 2022 Core Budget. It will open the budget in the Spend Limits tab. As you can see, there are people and cards listed here for this budget. If you click on the Virtual Cards button, the list will then filter to show only the virtual cards assigned to this budget. Another way to see virtual cards is from the side menu by clicking Cards. Here you can see your wallet, which will show all the cards, whether physical or virtual, are assigned to you. Or you can click on All Cards and it will show you all the physical cards and virtual cards that are in the system. On this page, we can see a little bit more detail about the cards. We can see the name. You can see the status, whether or not the card is active or not active. You can see the owner of the card, the last merchant that was used the card or where it was used, the budget the card is tied to, and the date the last charge was made, along with the type of card it is and card limit. To create a virtual card, you can either do it from this screen by clicking the Create New Card button, or you can go back to the budget screen and do it there. For demonstration purposes, we're going to go to the budget screen and do it here. So I'm going to click on my 2022 core budget. On this screen, you see that there is the option for create a card. We select that. You simply enter the name of the card. In this case, we are going to call it Test. You would then select the budget this card is tied to. By default, it will select the budget that you're in, but you can change it to another budget if you so wish. Then you could choose whether it is a member card or a vendor card. Member cards are useful when a budget member wants to create a virtual card for spending from the funds assigned to them from a budget. Whereas a vendor card is a good option when admins or budget owners want a virtual card that can spend from available budget funds to any limit they select. So as you can see, if I select member card, I do not get to assign a budget. It is going to have access to the full budget that it's assigned to. Whereas if I select vendor card, I can set a budget limit. In this case, we're going to put a budget limit of $1,000. Next, you will want to select a card holder or owner for the card. And again, this will select from members of the budget that you have assigned to it. In this case, we're going to pick Chrissy. You can then come down here and select the NAP code that it will default to. A good example of when you would want to set a NAP code is for the Sterling Volunteers charges, where you would want the charges to always be charged to the background check. So I could come here and enter volunteer membership program and screening. Now every time that card is used, this NAP code will automatically be assigned to that charge. You could add any additional notes for this. Then you click Create Card. The way that this new card interacts with our budget is it assigns or it sets aside specific budget limit for this card. So you can see up here we have a limit of $15,000. I have spent some of that so that our amount available is $1,387. But that is including this $1,000 that is sitting down here on that card. Now, when I come into cards and I add a filter here to filter for just my vendor cards, here's that test card we just created. If I click on this, I can see here my unique 16-digit number. This is the number that online I can give to make a charge. This is going to be different than the number on your physical card or any other virtual card. So you have a lot more control over who has that number. There is a lot less risk of getting exposed or compromised. And if that number does get compromised, I can come in here, edit card, and I can set the amount to 0, or I could come in here and delete the card. I get a warning, I hit delete, and now that card has been removed. That way, if it does get compromised or have any fraudulent activity, it is not going to affect the cards we have with any of our other vendors or users.